The door closes. Click. You take off your shoes. You drop your bag on the floor. The noise of the world stops. You are finally home. It is 6 o'clock in the evening, or maybe 7. It was a long day. You sit down on the sofa, and you let out a long breath. Phew. How do you feel? If I asked you right now, you might say, I am tired. And that is a good answer. It is correct. But is it the whole picture? Sometimes tired is not enough. Sometimes you need better words to describe the heaviness in your body or the busy feeling in your head.
Exactly. We often just use one word for everything, tired. But English has specific, beautiful words to help you express exactly how you feel after a hard day. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Pocket English Podcast. I am Mark.
And I am Sarah. We are so happy you are here with us for a quiet moment. In today's Pocket lesson, we are going to focus on that transition from work to home. We will help you move beyond basic words. We want you to be able to tell your partner, your family, or even just yourself exactly what you need right now.
This is perfect for anyone who feels a bit stuck using the same vocabulary every day. By the end of this episode, you will have 3 new strong adjectives and a perfect sentence pattern to explain your feelings. Before we start, if you want to keep improving your English in small, easy steps every week, make sure you subscribe to our channel. It really helps us create more lessons for you.
Let's begin with a story. I want you to relax. You do not need to memorize anything yet. Just listen. I am going to tell you about a woman named Anna. It is 5:30 in the afternoon. Listen to her journey home and notice how she feels. Anna turns off her computer. The screen goes black. The office is loud. Phones are ringing. People are talking. Her boss asks her one last question before she leaves. Anna answers, grabs her coat, and walks out the door. Outside, it is raining. It is cold and gray. Anna walks to the bus stop. Her bag is heavy on her shoulder. Her feet hurt. The bus arrives, but it is crowded. There are no empty seats. Anna has to stand. She holds the rail, and the bus shakes. Stop after stop, people get off. Finally, it is her turn. She walks the last 5 minutes to her apartment. She unlocks the door. She steps inside. It is warm. It is quiet. It smells like tea. She sits in her favorite chair and closes her eyes. She does not want to move. She is safe.
That sounds like a very familiar story for many of us. I think I have had that exact day many times. So Sarah, let's look at Anna. If I asked Anna, how are you? She could say, I am tired. But looking at her journey, I think she feels something stronger.
I agree. She had a busy day at work. She carried a heavy bag. She stood on a bus and her feet hurt. This is physical. Her body has no energy left. In English, when you are extremely tired physically, we use the word exhausted.
Exhausted. That is a strong word. It means you have zero energy. Imagine your energy is a tank of water. When you are tired, the tank is half full. When you are exhausted, the tank is completely empty. There is not a single drop left.
Right. So you can say, I am exhausted. Listen to the pronunciation. The H is silent. We do not say exhausted. We say exhausted. It sounds like a Z sound. Exhausted.
So if you run a marathon, you are exhausted. If you work in a warehouse lifting boxes all day, you are exhausted.
Exactly. But Mark, let's go back to the story. Anna was also answering questions from her boss. The office was loud. Phones were ringing. Sometimes you are not physically tired. You sat in a chair all day. Your body is fine. But your head feels heavy. You cannot think anymore.
Oh, I know that feeling. It is when you have too many meetings, or when you study English grammar for 3 hours without a break. You just want to stare at a wall and do nothing.
Yes, for this feeling, we have a perfect word. Drained. D-R-A-I-N-E-D. Drained.
Drained. I like this word because it paints a picture. Imagine a sink full of water. You pull the plug, and all the water goes down the drain. Whoosh, it is gone. That is how your mental energy feels.
Exactly. So exhausted is mostly for your body. Drained is mostly for your mind and emotions. If you had a difficult conversation with a friend, you might feel drained. If you had to solve complex problems at work all day, you feel drained. You are emotionally empty.
That is a really helpful difference. I think many of our listeners probably feel drained after speaking English all day, right? It takes a lot of mental focus to speak a second language.
Absolutely. It is the #1 reason learners feel tired. So, Anna sits in her chair. She is exhausted from the bus. She is drained from the office. But then she looks around. Her apartment is warm. It is quiet. She is away from the noise. She feels something good. She feels relieved.
Relieved.
This is a positive word, isn't it?
It is. Relieved is the feeling you get when a bad thing stops, or when a difficult thing is finished. It is the feeling of saying, phew, the stress is gone.
So when Anna steps out of the rain and into her warm house, the cold stops, the rain stops, she feels relieved.
Yes. Or think about a big project at work. You worry about it for weeks. Finally, you send the email. The project is done. How do you feel? You feel relieved.
I feel relieved when I find my keys after I lose them. I think everyone knows that feeling. You panic for a moment, and then you find them, and you feel relieved.
Perfect example. So we have 3 powerful words: exhausted for the body, drained for the mind, and relieved when the stress ends. But simply saying the word is not enough to make a conversation. We need to connect it to real life.
Right. If I just walk in the door and say to my wife, I am drained, she might worry. She might ask why, what happened. We need to explain the reason.
And this brings us to our clear sentence pattern for today. It is very simple, but it helps you sound fluent and natural. The pattern is, I feel blank because blank.
I feel blank because blank. Can we try an example with exhausted?
Sure. Imagine you went to the gym and you exercised for 2 hours. You come home, you say, I feel exhausted because I went to the gym.
Simple. Or maybe for our listeners, I feel exhausted because I worked late. Good.
Now let's try drained. Remember, this is mental. Imagine you had a day with many problems to fix. You say, I feel drained because I had a difficult meeting.
Or I feel drained because the traffic was terrible. Driving in traffic takes a lot of concentration. It makes your brain tired.
That is true. Traffic is very draining. Now, what about relieved? This one is usually about something finishing.
How about I feel relieved because the week is over? That is my favorite thing to say on Friday evening.
I think everyone loves that sentence. Or, I feel relieved because I am home.
Sarah, I noticed something about pronunciation. When we say these words alone, we say them clearly, exhausted, drained. But when we put them in a sentence, the sound changes a little bit, doesn't it?
It does. This is a great tip for natural speaking. Listen to the phrase, I feel exhausted. When we speak naturally, the L sound in feel and the E sound in exhausted flow together. I feel exhausted. It sounds like one long word. I feel exhausted.
And the same for drained? I feel drained.
Yes. And because drained ends with a D sound and because starts with a B sound, you have to be careful not to stop too long. I feel drained because.
I feel drained because. Okay, I think it is time for our listeners to practice. We have talked about the words and we have built the sentences. Now we want you to speak.
Yes, this is the most important part. You are going to practice shadowing. I will say a sentence slowly. I want you to repeat it exactly as you hear it. Copy my speed, copy my tone. Then Mark will say it at natural speed, and you can try to say it a little faster. Are you ready?
Find a quiet space if you can. If you are on the bus or train, you can just whisper. Let's go.
Here is the first one. Focus on your body. I am exhausted.
I am exhausted.
Now the full sentence. I feel exhausted because today was busy.
I feel exhausted because today was busy.
Did you get that? Let's try the next one. Focus on your mind. I am drained.
I am drained.
Now with the reason. I feel drained because of the meeting.
I feel drained because of the meeting.
Great. Now the last one, the happy one. I am relieved.
I am relieved.
I feel relieved because I am home.
I feel relieved because I am home.
Excellent work. How did that feel? Did you notice that saying the whole sentence explains your situation much better than just saying tired?
It really does. It changes the conversation. If you say, I am drained, your partner knows you need quiet time. If you say, I am exhausted, maybe they know you need to sit down or have a meal. It helps people understand what you need.
That is such a good point, Mark. Language is a tool to get what we need. When you use specific vocabulary, you help the people around you help you. If you tell your family, I am drained, maybe they will turn down the TV volume. If you say, I am relieved, maybe they will smile and relax with you. So here is a challenge for you. We always want you to use what you learn immediately. Today, when you finish your work or your school or your chores, take one moment to pause. Stand at your door or sit in your car. Ask yourself, how do I feel? Do not just say tired. Choose one of our words. Are your legs heavy? Use exhausted. Is your brain fuzzy? Use strained. Are you just happy it is over? Use relieved. Say the sentence out loud to yourself. I feel blank because.
It might seem like a small thing, but identifying your feelings in English connects the language to your real life. It stops being a subject you study in a book and starts being the way you live.
And remember, it is okay to have days where you feel all of these things. Learning a language is a journey. Some days you will feel drained, but on days when you understand a new video or learn a new word, you will feel exciting emotions too.
If you felt relieved that this lesson was easy to follow, please hit the like button. It tells us that this speed and this level are right for you. And if you know a friend who is always working too hard and complaining about being tired, share this podcast with them. Maybe they need these words too.
Thank you for spending this pocket of time with us. We know your time is valuable, especially when you are busy. We hope you feel a little less strained now and a little more ready to speak.
Go take a rest now. You deserve it.
See you in the next episode.
Bye, everyone.